The best love that a person can give you is through them loving themselves wholesomely. Now, it's one thing for people to say I love you, and if you notice all of our lives and the traditions and stuff like that, traditionally we say with our mouths that we love someone, but it hits different. That love hits different, that I love you hits different when it's coming from somebody who truly loves themselves, somebody who really has that self-love and self-respect, and they love their natural, authentic selves. It hit different. It hit different. And I feel like there's levels to loving yourself as well. Maybe somebody loves themselves 60%. Maybe somebody loves themselves, 79%. Maybe somebody loves themselves 90, 91, 99%, 12%, 0%, 3. There's levels to this. And it always makes a difference. It always makes a difference. You feel it differently. It feels more real and genuine. But you notice the energy of it. The energy is always communicated. That's why we're able to recognize, toxic love. We're able to recognize, low vibrational aspects of love. We're able to recognize imbalances in love. We're able to recognize that. And that's why, there's a such thing as the empath and narcissist dynamic, right? The empath, truly being loving, because they have this love. They have a love with themselves. Whether that's 100%, 60, 70%, they have a love with themselves, for themselves, that when they express love, to someone else, especially a narcissist, is very profound. It's very noticeable, right? It's very easily identifiable. So yeah, be mindful of this. And this is the authentic Empress. I don't even know if I I'm sorry, you guys, introduce myself or whatever in the video. But yes, and I just wanted to say that is very critical. It's very straight to the point. I don't want to spend too much time on it, because I have these messages that I'm posting them as they're coming. Moon is in Cancer. My moon is in Cancer. I'm sitting under the moon right now, and it's just things that I was thinking about, because it doesn't, and this is from experience, it just doesn't hit the same, when somebody who's engaging in behaviors where, they're lacking self-love, and you engage in behaviors where you really do love yourself, and you show that, you show that through various ways and methods of how you live your life, right? Whether that's how you eat. You love your body, so you're mindful of how what you put into your body, how you adorn the body, what you put onto the body. You love yourself, so you're mindful, of what you allow to, take place in your life. Meaning that you don't ignore your intuition. You don't let people run all over you. You don't let people abuse your energy. You don't deny your discernment. You don't deny your gifts and your talents and your abilities and your skills. You don't abuse yourself, nor allow anyone outside you to abuse you in any shape or form, whether that's emotionally, mentally, psychologically, spiritually, physically. It doesn't matter. But you love yourself so much so that you actually reflect that in all areas of your life, right? So when somebody tells you that they love you, but despite them being made aware of certain foods being harmful to their bodies, and them choosing to engage in that addiction, or to continuously put foods that are linked to certain diseases, or linked to certain ailments that they may be dealing with, right? Whether that's mental ailments, or logical ailments, physical ailments, it does not matter. Emotional instability or imbalances, it don't hit the same. It don't. It's 11:11 on the timer just now. It hit different, like negatively, right? You can tell, because of that inadequacy of love that they have for themselves, because of the behaviors that they choose to engage in. It's like whenever that they express with words that they love you, it just don't hit the same. It's just like when I made a video about the importance of preparing your own meals, right? Being conscious of energetic energetic transfer. There's a such thing as energetic poisoning. There's a such thing as spiritual poisoning, right? Because whenever we create things, like we're working with our hands, with our intention, right, with our focus, with our energy, and we're we're putting our energy into something. You're putting your energy into that. However that energy is, whether it's in balance, whether it's 60% of self-love, 40% self-respect, 13% dignity, 49% integrity, 7% courage. You're right. We have to consider these things. That's why I said, it's we have to be, we have to work to be self-sufficient in a sense of, and this doesn't mean that, okay, you have to, the goal should be able to achieve self-sufficiency all around, but everybody, you can only do what you can at that moment, like what you can work with at that moment. And something that you can work with, at any time is your internal way of, doing things, your internal way of being, right? So yes, you have more control over what you eat. You have more control over what you learn to do. You have control over, what you allow yourself to do, what you allow yourself to engage in, what you allow to come into your life. You have control over these things. Maybe you don't have control on being able to live on your own right now. That's besides the point. Maybe you have, maybe you don't have as much control or how much finances you're able to have at this moment. That's besides the point. That shit is like subcategory. It's not like most important to your life path. It's not as critical and crucial as those things, that you're always available to deal with and have the opportunity to become a master over, right? Being a master of your emotions, being a master over your logic, being a master over your physical, being a master over your spiritual, right? So these are all things that, you have get plenty opportunity to work on and enhance about yourself. So there's no excuses. It's inexcusable, for people, for people to continue engaging in, these loveless, behaviors toward themselves. It's inexcusable because, we're in the age of technology. There's, people spend their time, Googling clothes and shoes and entertainment only, and you know what I'm saying, and instead of being a master over the device and using that device to research things that's going to help you, things that's going to assist you, things that's going to enhance you, things that's going to build upon your higher self, things that's going to edify you, all of these things, learning how to heal yourself, how to cure yourself, whatever healing or aiding that you need, or whatever area of your body, whether that be your emotional body, you know what I'm saying, learning about herbs, learning about meditations, learning about sound healing, learning about crystals, learning about deep research and education, like real education, ancient knowledge, and or you know what I'm saying, or following your intuition whenever the Most High or your soul speaks something to you, understanding that that's a clue, or that's something that you're supposed to follow up, and then taking that download and looking into it, or just speaking it out, putting it out there, whatever the case may be. It's inexcusable, right? It's inexcusable for you to learn how to prepare your own meals. It's inexcusable because you can. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm being mindful. I'm not neglecting or disregarding people, who have certain handicaps, right? Where maybe they cannot, prepare their own meals and stuff like that. That's different. But for people who really can do that, who can do things for themselves, yes. People who have the ability to think for themselves, people who have the ability to feel for themselves, yes, it's inexcusable. It's inexcusable. So yeah, I just wanted to say that. This is not saying that you got to be mean to the person and stuff like that, but don't be a dummy either. Like, don't be a dummy. Don't think that just because somebody said that, or because people use "I love you" to manipulate. People use "I love you," as a quick fix to so that you don't hold them accountable. People use "I love you," as a guise, as a veil, as an illusion, to themselves. Even if they say that they love themselves, it's not enough for you to just vocalize it, to just verbalize it. Truly loving yourself is using your willpower to engage in behaviors all around that shows that you love yourself, right? How you invest in your vessel, how you invest in your soul, how you invest in your mind, what you feed your mind, guarding your heart, your mind, your soul. That's what shows that you truly love yourself, that you truly respect yourself, that you honor yourself, right? That you see yourself as a gift, as a privilege, that this is what that is. This is what that is. Standing up for yourself, defending yourself, speaking up for yourself, speaking your truth. These are ways that you express, that you show. And it ain't even about trying to prove it to nobody else or show nobody else, but this is how you conjure, that true high vibrational, divine, authentic energy of self-love. And thus loving somebody else properly and high vibrationally, so that you don't indirectly, project things onto them or scapegoat them, or harm them indirectly, directly, consciously, unconsciously, subconsciously, passively, right? So we have to keep these things in mind, right? So I just wanted to say that it's 11:01 just now when I look down. I love you guys. It's the Authentic Empress. Like I said, I'll probably be putting out a couple of videos. Moon is in Cancer right now. My moon is in Cancer. I've been getting hella downloads. I love you guys, and I'll catch you on the next video.